Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Mediocre Monday. I am your host, MrBevers. That's right, we're back again with 5 of some of the worst sets deemed ever printed by Wizards of the Coast into the land of Magic the Gathering, or the game Magic the Gathering, rather. There is going to be, of course, many people who say this isn't, these aren't the 5 worst sets. There are worse sets. There are sets that were, some of these sets were better, some of these sets weren't. Like, people are going to say Chronicles, people are going to say some other sets, I'm sure. But everyone, when you go into something like this where it's like, what are the worst sets ever printed, it's always going to be subjective. So everyone's entitled to their opinion, of course, right? And you're going to have sets that maybe you didn't like, and there's going to be people out there who have other sets that they didn't necessarily like. Just remember that everybody is allowed to have their opinion, right, on this type of thing, because it is a subjective title or thing. However, when I did my polling of, people on Twitter and people on Patreon and things like that, these were the 5 that got the most votes of people. Like, the most amount of people said they didn't like these sets, or they thought these sets were some of the worst. So, that being said, that's why I went with these 5. So if you're new here, thanks for joining. We're going to open up these 5 packs, show off the cards, and we're also playing a little bit of a game. This week we're looking for the lowest cost black instant or sorcery out of any of these sets. Last week, people left comments on the previous video from last week saying which set they think would have the lowest cost black instant or sorcery this week. If they guess correctly, they are entered into a chance to win the pack I opened this week of the set that they voted for. So, how about that? Pretty cool, right? You get the pack I opened right on channel. You're going to get those cards shipped to you. It's going to be great. The only stipulation to entering is you have to be able to give me your mailing address if you win. That's it. You don't have to be subbed, you don't have to like the video, you don't have to be following me on Twitter or Facebook or anything. There's no nonsense. This is just, if you're a viewer and you're watching the video and you want to enter, leave a comment below on this video letting me know which set you think next week will have the lowest cost red instant or sorcery. That's right, out of these 5 sets. If you guess correctly, you'll be entered to win the pack I open the next week that has the lowest red cost instant or sorcery. Alright, so leave a comment below on this video, and then be able to send me your shipping address so that I can mail it to you. That's about it. That's all you have to do. There's no bells, whistles, no, sign here on the dotted line, no contract, nothing to enter. Just that. That's it. Just leave a comment so that I know what set you want, and then that way I can keep track of who's voted for what, and I can make sure that you get entered into the draw. Okay? Alright, well, let's get right into it. We're going to open up the packs from most amount of votes to least number of votes. Okay? So we've got Dragon's Maze. No, Dragon's Maze? No. Born of the Gods has got the most votes. So let's start with Born of the Gods. Born of the Gods has 11 votes. Actually, we're going to go right to left this week, because we've got Born of the Gods, and then Dragon's Maze, and then Saviors of Kamigawa, and then Homelands, and then Fallen Empires. So that's kind of interesting, isn't it? Alright. Well, we're looking for black instants and sorceries. So far, creatures. There's our first instant or sorcery, but it's white. Would have won in the first week. Okay, there's an instant or sorcery in blue. There's one in green. Keep that in mind for green, because green's coming up after red, probably. There's a 1-mana green instant in common in Born of the Gods. A 2-mana green instant in Born of the Gods, so you've got double the chance there. Blue sorcery. Artifact creature. Enchantment creature. Another white instant or sorcery. Born of the Gods might let us down here. What's the rare? The rare is an instant, but it's not black. But it is triple blue. Put a token onto the battlefield that's a copy of target creature you control. If it's your turn, scry 2. The faded cards were really cool. It was like a cool series of things that they did. They did one for each color. And, some of them were better than others. I believe the red one was the one that saw the most play. Faded Conflagration, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, Dragon's Maze is next. Let's see if Dragon's Maze can find us a black instant or sorcery. There's a green one. another 1-mana green instant or sorcery from Dragon's Maze in the common slot. So keep that in mind as well. So you guys are getting to learn things from these ones. Hey, look, a black card. Do we even get any black cards in that last pack? This is a creature, though, so it's not so much. I think we got 1 black creature. Wow, look at all the clue stones. Hey, look at that. There it is. 3-mana instant black. Crypt Incursion. Exile all creature cards from target player's graveyard. You gain 3 life for each card exiled this way. Can be a lot of life, and it can also just really infuriate the dredge player, right? Opal Lake Gatekeepers. Troll Warrior. Okay, Bronzebeak Moa. Gleam of Battle. Ooh, Goblin Test Pilot. And our rare? Point of a Blight. Well, that's a pretty spicy card, actually. 6 mana, 2/7 with Extort. And then it says other creatures you control have Extort. This card's great in basically any kind of black commander deck that plays black-white. Because Extort is basically play black and white mana. When you cast a spell, pay a black or a white, and each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. Yeah, so it's great in Commander. And so Pointed of a Blade is great because it essentially gives all of your creatures Extort, which means you can trigger all of them when you cast one spell, which is nice. Alright, Saviors of Kamigawa with 8 votes this week. Let's see if it can dethrone that 3-mana Crypt Incursion. If not, someone's going to get a sweet Point of a Blight, which is pretty awesome. Okay, that's an... Oh, there's a sorcery. 4 mana, though. Not gonna topple the Crypt Incursion, but we got to put it up there so that people know that that is, in fact, a sorcery, which is Sink into Takanuma. Takanuma? Sink into Takanuma? I guess that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. Anyway, it's a 4-mana sorcery that says Sweep. Return any number of swamps you control to their owner's hand. Target player discards a card for each swamp returned this way. Interesting. Kitsune... Alright, creature, blue instant, creature again, 4 mana black creature, good old Kami of Empty Graves, sorcery in green, but that's for 5, oh, there's a 1, oh, it's a creature, 1 mana black creature, Nat Miser, good old rat shaman, who doesn't like a good rat shaman, you know what I mean? It's like, exactly what everyone's looking for. Maybe he'll teach you how to cook. Control you by pulling on your hair and stuff, right? Oh wait, sorry, I'm thinking of something different. Creature Spirit white, Creature Spirit green, Instant Arcane red, Gaze of Adamaro, my goodness. Interesting. And our rare is a Celestial Kirin. Alright, so here goes a Kirin Spirit for 4, 2 and a white. Flying 3/3, and it says whenever you play a spirit or arcane spell, destroy all permanents with that spell's converted mana cost. Wow. Wow, that's a card that you have to be very careful about how you do things. So basically you want to make sure that all of your arcane spells are not the converted mana cost of creatures that you have in your deck. Or you have to be willing to sacrifice your creatures to board wipe the other players. It's kind of interesting. And you definitely don't want to play a 4-drop, because then it blows itself up. Right? Yeah. Could you imagine playing a spirit or an arcane spell for 0? Because that says destroy all permanents with that spell's converted mana cost. Which means it would blow up lands, because lands are permanents that have a converted mana cost of 0, right? Or do lands are lands not considered to have a converted mana cost? I would assume they do. Because normally it says like non-land permanents with converted mana cost, right? I don't know. I don't want to give false information out there, but you can see how my understanding of Magic at a high level of things is not as good as it probably should be. Anyway, we're into Homelands. We're looking for black instants of sorceries. There's a blue one for 2, but it's not black, so not so much. We got Anaba Ancestor, Memory Lapse, another blue interrupt, good old interrupts, Ambush Party, Samite Alchemist. Ooh, we got a 2-mana instant Headstone. Remove from the game target card in any graveyard. Draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. All right. Well, that dethrones the Crypt Incursion, Dwarven Trader, and Folk of Anhava. All right, well, the green pack might take it this week. Let's see. Can Fallen Empires dethrone it? I don't know if Fallen Empires has any black instants or sorceries under 2. We'll find out. Raiding Party. Dwarven Hold. Order of Lightbur, or Litbur. Elvish Hunter. Pharrell's Zealot. Order of the Ebon Hand. Icatian Scout. And Neckrite. We got all creatures there, did we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we got an enchantment and a land, and then the rest of them are creatures. So, unfortunately, Fallen Empires doesn't dethrone it, but that Homelands pack, though, Headstone, there it is. So, congratulations to you 4 fine folks who voted for that set, because you are the lucky people who might be winning this week. And let's clear all of this stuff off here, out of the way. That Point of a Blight was almost in somebody's hands. And then Homelands was all like, whoa, whoa, hold on. I have cards. I have cards. You sure do, Homelands. You sure do. Alright. So, we have... let's see if we can find here. Look. I alphabetized my... well, maybe not alphabetized, but I at least put them into, you know, A, B, C, right? For each of the sets, or each of the cards, so that I can find people easier. So we've got Josh is... No, Greg. Greg is first. Let's find Greg. Greg, where are you? You're in here somewhere. There you are. There's Greg. Okay. And then we've got Josh. I think we have a Josh here. Let's just see. Josh. Okay, so we don't have a Josh card yet. No Josh. Okay, so we need a Josh card. We definitely don't have that. And then let's see. Do we have a Ted card? There. Ted. Okay, so I need 2 new cards, which means I need lands here. Do I have lands kicking around somewhere other than here? There we are. We need... There, we'll take those 2. And we need a Sharpie, and then we need to put in Josh. Oh, and Rusty. Yes. All right. So there's these fine folks right here that voted correctly this week. Let's see which one of you is walking away with this sweet Homelands pack that we opened up here today. Okay. Where did I put that? Where did I put that? D4. There it is. Haha! Got ourselves a D4. Oh no, look what I've done. I've ruined everything. Everything tipped. Oh god. Just making a huge mess on my desk here. This is what happens. Should we do a D4? Let's do a D8, because it's going to be easier to read. Okay? Let's do a D8, because it's going to be easier to read. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? Because there's 4 of you. So that makes it nice and easy. 1. Congratulations. Josh, it's not you. Ted, it's not you. Greg, it's not you. Rusty, you are the lucky winner. Congratulations. Rusty? I hope you enjoy this pack of Homelands. Make sure you shoot me an email to the email address you should see on screen now. And you can just shoot me an email there and let me know what your mailing address is, and I will get this pack of cards mailed out to you. Thank you very much, everyone, for playing. Don't forget, next week, you need to put together, or you need to vote for, leave a comment below on this video, for which set you think next week will have the lowest cost red instant or sorcery. And we'll find out together next week. Have yourselves a great week, everyone. Happy New Year to all of you out there that are watching this, and this is your first video of the new 2020. I hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you all next week. As always, may your pulls ever be better.